So we're going to be exploring the penetrating vessel, the Chong, with the Yin Wei, and looking at it in terms of blood and the womb. So to start with, I'm actually going to connect first with Ming Men under the lower back, putting my middle finger underneath, in fact both fingers underneath, to connect with Ming Men and the origin of all the vessels. Then I'm going to take one hand away, so my middle finger was there, and just connect with the pubic bone with the heel of my hand, and then my middle finger in line with the centre line, conception vessel, with kidney penetrating vessel each side. Feeling all these points below conception vessel 8, down to the pubic bone. Feel the midline connection. Conception vessel and penetrating vessel each side. And then I want to focus on the earthing aspect and the connection of supporting the blood. So I'm going to come to the pubic bone, I'm going to turn around so I get the correct angle. I'm going to lift up my outer leg and just feel with my thumb into the centre line, the conception vessel, which links penetrating and conception. And then just the kidney points each side of the midline, connecting with my thumb and my middle finger, or my thumb and my index finger, resting my arm on my knee, just so I can gauge the pressure, and having a slight angle down towards the feet with my pressure. So it's not perpendicular, but slightly towards the feet, connecting with the earthing aspect of the womb and the blood, the kidneys to start with. Kidneys and blood moving down to the yin. Then I'm going to spread my fingers a little bit wider and connect with the two stomach points, stomach 30 each side. My other hand on Ming Men still, connecting with my heart protector finger and my thumb. And again, feeling a connection down through to the earth, to the feet. This is a bit the crossover of the Yin Wei, connection with the kidneys and the womb, but now feeling a bit more the earth. And so with my mother hand either on Ming Men or stomach 30, I'm going to move down the Chong in the legs. I'm going to do it with stomach 30. So I swap my hands over, and I'm going to use my forearm so I can have my hand on one side and my forearm on the other, and slowly move down the legs to connect with all of the yin movement downwards. This is the primary movement to the earth. Slowly I slide down, doing both sides. It's a bit like what happens when the egg implants in the womb, connecting with the blood in the womb, connecting with this movement to the outer world in the womb. This is the earth of the mother, the blood of our mother, the blood of the womb. Outside the womb, this is the blood of the earth and the anchoring aspect of connecting down to the earth. So as I'm going down, I go down quite slowly, as you can see, because I want to feel the movement down to the earth, but also movement back up. And as I come to the knee, I can connect with the stomach points on one side, so this is on the far side, especially with stomach 36, but I want to be connecting with the yin at the same time, so I slightly cup my hand to connect not just with stomach 36, but with the yin of the inside of the leg. If this left arm gets uncomfortable, I can bring a leg up to give me more connection and more stability in the pelvis. Then I can swap and do stomach 36 on the other side, again connecting with the yin side of the leg. And then I go back to moving down. I might need to change my angle here. No, I'm going to keep that leg up. So just play around with your position that's comfortable. And we keep going down the leg. Feeling this movement down and back to the womb. Stomach 30 is for me a lot the ovaries. And as I come to spleen 6, I may pause and just connect a bit more with spleen 6 on one side and stomach 36. Sorry, stomach 30 in the womb. Just feeling that connection of all the yin, the earth, the wood, the kidney, the water. The meeting of the 3 yin. And then I can come to the other side and do the same here, changing my position so I feel this connection. And then I can come down to the foot. Depending on the size of the person, I might need to change my posture slightly and connect with spleen 4, the regulating point of the Chong, connecting it back to the womb, that earthing quality. And do one side and the other side. I could work holding the points at both sides simultaneously, so then I would move my position to the feet, but I really want to focus on connecting with the womb. And so then I might just broadly connect with the 2 feet. And I may also alternately connect and include liver 3 plus kidney 1. On each side. I usually do liver 3 first for a moment and then add in kidney 1. This is a very anchoring, earthing, slow way of grounding and connecting to the earth. And then as I'm linking in the Yin Wei, I can gently come back up the leg. And this time as I come back up, I can just feel the area of kidney 9, the guest house, inviting in a bit of spaciousness. I can do it in a broad way with my forearm and palm. Or I can connect with kidney 9, the thumb on one side, then on the other side. Feeling the connection between the two. And then slowly moving up the leg. The Yin Wei, there is the movement up and also down. And the primary movement is first up from the feet, from spleen 4 and kidney 9. So I'm moving my position as I come up. There aren't any other points in the Yin Wei in the legs. And I keep coming up. I've kept my mother hand at stomach 30, which are the points for the Chong, just helping to keep with that energy of the Chong and the Yin Wei together. And now I'm going to switch over a little bit more even to the Yin Wei to turn my position, keep my mother hand still on stomach 30, and I'm going to take the arm and connect with Heart Protector 6, which is the paired point for the Chong, but the regulating point for the Yin Wei. And I'll hold here to engage a bit more the energy of the Yin Wei. So the Yin Wei in the abdomen There's an earthing aspect of the Yin Wei which anchors the heart, and this is by working these spleen points in the abdomen from spleen 12 to spleen 15. And I may decide that I want to start at, I may just feel that there's enough anchoring, and I can start with spleen 12 in the groin. And I'm going to be working with my hand, my middle finger and my thumb, and are gently squeezing to the midline, connecting back to the Chong. So that's what I'm really focusing on, gathering into the midline. So in some ways it doesn't matter if I go up the pathway or down, because I have this constant movement which is both up and down. But also I'm focusing more on the movement to the middle. But yet if you feel that this is moving the energy up too much, you can always go back down to the pubic bone. Actually, I'm feeling I've started now the navel, and I'm going to just gradually go from the navel down to the pubic bone. Feels a bit weaker at the navel, and I'm just coming down the pubic bone. And spleen now, spleen 12. And then I'm going to go back to the navel. So it's all along the outer border of the recti muscle. And then I'm going to come up just under the ribs and just do that gathering on the top part. The upper part, gathering to the navel. Actually, the rows I feel gathering each side of the navel. Spleen 15 is the most important connection, so I'm pausing a little here. That's a very powerful way for anchoring the heart, drawing the energy of the heart down, supporting the heart if there are changes in the blood flow, giving that anchoring. Now if we want a bit more to release the heart, we have a point on the Yin Wei, which is liver 14. And depending on the size of our partner, we may be able to hold both sides liver 14, that notch between the 6th and the 7th rib, and just gather thumb and middle finger, but if not, you could use your ring finger or your little finger. And again, here you could either focus a bit more on a gathering, or more that releasing and opening of the gate of the liver, the last point of the liver, to free up the chest. If you feel it needs more of an opening and a movement in the chest. So you may even be slightly scooping here and coming slightly to the outside. So ignore my fingers that are up, it's just the thumb and the ring finger. And then we're going to shift to doing some work on the side, which could either be opening or gathering, but while we're still on the front, I'll just show the point. The celestial pathway, conception vessel 22, can be nice in this position to just rest your forearm over all the areas you've been working, the center line, reconnecting back with the Chong and the conception vessel. And this is a point also on the Yin Wei. I'm wanting to show you a few of the connections, how you can move from one energy to another. And then we will move to the side. So now we're going to continue in the side position. So I'm going to have my hand cupping over the abdomen, and then my other hand in the conception vessel point, the cheminée céleste, connecting with the Yin Wei in the side. And then to come back into the Chong, I can actually keep my hand here, and if I can reach the lower leg, then I can bend it and just gently hold spleen 4 to get a little bit of anchoring again through the Chong. And then I will take this arm, and I want to work the breast parts of here now. So I'm going to feel where my mother hand is best to be. So it could be either on the abdomen, and I could work in this position, and the breast pathways of the Chong. So I'm connecting with the centre, well, with the kidney part of the abdomen now. And with my hand here, I'm just going to feel that broad connection of the Chong pathways in the breast, which is basically starting from the kidney points. So I may even just connect with the kidney points, feeling that connection with the blood and the Chong. Kidney 27. And then it's all the kidney points in the breast. And depending on the breast, I may or may not be able to get out to heart 1. I check that it's okay to work the breast, and then I place my hand in a broad way to just see if I can start to feel the pathways of the Chong in the breasts. And then how much I can move out towards the heart. And of course in this one, instead of leaning forward with my hara, I'm just gently leaning back, and I may even get a slight rocking, a slight movement as I do this. If I come back, holding, and then a slight coming forward and a slight rocking back. And then I can feel the pathways in the lower breast, lower part of the breast, from the kidneys. And I may also connect back with the liver 14 point. So it is okay to swap between the two if you've already connected. So I could work it that way, but I may be slightly blocking the breast with the arm. So in that case, I need to work in at a different position. So I'm going to open up the arm, probably resting it slightly on my leg to support the shoulder. And again, the mother hand possibly still on the abdomen. And this time, as you can see, I can go further round the back, just checking that the arm is comfortable here, that it's resting. And I can continue further. So this time I'm not doing the rocking movement because my body is slightly turned. So mother hand on the abdomen, and then I just feel where these pathways are. And hopefully, as you can see, I'm going further back into the breasts. And I may even turn my hand round for the last part and connect with heart 1. Technically, that's not a point on the penetrating vessel, but I feel it does connect into the heart, regulating the blood and the breasts. Breast milk, very good for breastfeeding, but also that connection with the Chong. So just make sure that this shoulder is supported. If you feel you can't support it enough with the leg, you may find that you want to support it with this arm at the back, maybe even connecting with the heart at the back. So this becomes the mother hand. You might need to alter your position slightly, and then you're connecting from this position here. Moving back to come to the breast tissue on the side of the body and connecting in with the heart. 1. So there aren't actual specific points here apart from the starting point of the kidney 20. Well, all the kidney points in the chest. And then when we've done this, we may, because there's the two movements, there's a movement from the centre out, more the opening of the heart, bringing the blood outwards, bringing that heart-blood connection especially important for nourishing a baby, but also for connecting with others. But it's important to nourish and protect ourselves. So we could start with heart 1 and then gradually do it back into the centre. Well, not quite into the centre, into the kidney points. And then from there, we might change our position slightly, support the arm, and we've brought it back into the centre, and then we come back into either the real centre, conception vessel and penetrating vessel, so with a palm, or we may feel we first want to gather from the edges along the spleen like we did supine. If you feel this position is not so good, I'm feeling that the shoulder's getting a bit less comfortable, we can change the position. So we go back to that one we did before, gathering from the centre, from the outside back to the centre. And we could have the mother hand on the breast and do the palming down, bringing the heart back in to the Yin Wei and the Chong together. They very much support each other. And then we can feel this connection of the heart protector 6, the Yin Wei, which is a bit more the outer level, the connection with space and the outer world, bringing nourishment from outside back into the womb to nourish the blood. And then when we've done that, we can hold heart protector 6 and just let that anchoring happen. So we could just go straight to the point of spleen 4 on the foot. Have your hara, if you're doing that, have your hara between the two, so I change my angle slightly. Or I could have decided to palm. If I feel I need a bit more anchoring, I'm going to palm down the leg. So I'm on the inside of this leg, all of the yin, palming down. Mother hand on heart protector 6 this time, palming down. Slowly feeling that movement of the Chong going down, but also the movement of the Yin Wei coming up. So with the Yin Wei, I could pause on kidney 9 and then end on spleen 4 with heart protector 6, just to make that link of the two movements, the Chong coming down to the earth, the Yin Wei bringing back up from the earth and bringing a sense of spaciousness to nourish the blood, to regulate the womb, to enable the womb to connect both with the earth, anchoring to the earth and receiving nourishment from the earth, and also the womb linked with the heart and its support for the blood and the emotions. That can be a very good way of finishing, so thank you very much. I hope you enjoyed that presentation of the Chong link.